Hey y'all, welcome to the Throttle the Floor podcast. I'm your host, Will Earnest, here today with my co-host, Evan Sager, who I might have flipped his commitment, although that's not what we're talking about on this episode, obviously. And my guest today, Zachary Smith, is back again.
I am back.
Well, major weekend in the books. All three top NASCAR series were at Homestead. NHRA was in Arizona, and IndyCar had race 2 at Thermal Club. But some other news first. Big news for Hamlin now that we got Progressive insurance on the car.
Have you seen the memes of the pushing P?
Yes.
Those are hilarious.
He's
I don't know.
pushing P,
I can't
bro.
stop laughing.
That's like 18 races. So it debuted at Homestead last week, and it'll be on the car again at Martinsville.
I wish it was more than the P logo. I wish they would have flow in the hood.
They got flow somewhere, but
Not in the hood.
Definitely not in the hood.
And then Hooters had to pay $900,000 to Hendrick after the unpaid sponsorship, which of course they won with Elliott at Texas. But then Hendrick originally sued for like $1.7 million, but I guess they settled for $900,000, whatever. But Hooters ain't doing too good anyways financially, so
Yeah, Hooters is about to go bankrupt.
probably. So our picks for Homestead. Evan picked Reddick, who finished like 8th. Zach decided to go with Bell again for like the 5th straight week between him and Mason, and Bell did not do great. He spun within the first like 70 laps and then finished like 29th. And then Mason picked Byron, who had another quiet day in 12th. I picked Blaney, who was taking y'all to the woodshed until his engine went kaboom.
He wanted Phoenix 2.0.
Apparently.
Yep.
So Mason still leads the points by 57 over me and 82 over Zach and 87 over Ed.
I don't want to talk about it. It's bad. I was doing good for the first 2 weeks, and then it went downhill.
Shout out to all the firefighters and emergency responders at Homestead, though, because all those fires were near the track, and they somehow managed to contain them.
Oh, yeah.
So that they could get the racing on. So, California, take notes.
Okay, but the difference between California and... Because I'm a meteorologist personally, so I can give you a little more backstory on that. That firestorm out in California, that was a completely different animal than what they had in Homestead. More populated, dense populated, fires popping up everywhere from the embers because the Santa Ana wind's over 100 miles an hour, versus the ones that were in Homestead, which is completely different. They're small grass fires that are just cresting up a hill, so they could fight it easier with helicopters.
This guy over here, my co-host, Evan, he wants to major in meteorology, so I might have got him to flip his commitment from the University of Northern Iowa to Mizzou, since I took him down there, so.
I probably know the least about meteorology.
Well, you're from Texas, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm a music major.
Yeah, he's going into music.
Which is why I'm making my own drum corps podcast.
You're on what?
Drum corps podcast.
Oh.
The big elephant in the room here, IndyCar lost signal during the thermal race. Apparently there was something with a circuit breaker, like in the productions, which, I mean, it's obviously quick to blame Fox, but, like, Fox uses IndyCar's production team, so it was actually IndyCar that screwed it up, but, it's Fox, so, like, it's quick to put the blame on Fox. I mean, it kind of sucks because, like, Fox had some good marketing to start off with the offseason with all those commercials, and then it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, Fox does get things wrong occasionally, time to time, but, like, you can't even put the full blame on Fox. F1, that might have just been an F1 accident. That's not even a Fox thing. Yes, to the producers of the race, but doesn't change the fact that it was an accidental error that they can't control.
Yeah.
But they lost, like, probably 12 to 15 laps of signal, and it was like a 65-lap race, so, yeah. So they actually just simulcast over to the NASCAR race from Homestead. It was funny. I was sitting right here on the bed. I had NASCAR on this TV, and I had IndyCar over here, and then I look up, and I'm just looking at NASCAR on both TVs, and I'm like, what? But then I found out that the signal was lost, so. It's still crazy how Blaney blew his engine with like 60 to go. I mean, he was running third, and he led 124 laps. And
hey, don't worry. He did the same thing when I picked him. It's okay.
Yeah, except he didn't lead any laps at Phoenix. That was the difference.
Shut up.
See, I'm choosing Larson this week.
Chalk.
See what he
What
gets,
race
see
at
what he
Martinsville?
can do.
Ooh, who should I go with? I'm gonna go Hamlin.
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot I did choose that, didn't I?
So, I know I was kind of back and forth. I kind of thought Byron was just pretty chalk, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not a chalk guy here.
I was
like,
if Byron was still available, I was definitely picking Byron.
Yeah, but well, I just think it's like who's been good here that's pretty underrated and who's had an underrated start to the year. You know who fits both that categories?
Yeah,
Ryan Preece.
I could see that.
He was like 15th at Phoenix, but he had those really good option tires and good track position. And, you know, even with the prime tires in Stage 3, he didn't fall back that much.
Yeah,
He fell back about half the ground he gained initially in Stage 2. And then he was like third at Vegas and Homestead.
But I will say that's not a bad pick. Preece is a good driver. He just needed a lot better equipment than what he had last year at SHR. I mean,
and even then, it was like 4 starts at SHR. You know, for Martinsville, like one of them, like he led 135 laps from the pole. So
true.
Yeah.
So, Larson took the win at Homestead. Bowman was leading late until he got in the wall with like 6 or 7 laps to go. So a lot of people are throwing shade on Bowman, but it's not even close to warranted.
He pulled a Larson from 2021 Pocono.
That was a left front flat tire in the last.
Yeah, but it's the
same
kind of thing. I mean, it's both the same drivers, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just one didn't blow a tire, just one just got in the wall.
It almost reminds me closer of like 2021 Darlington with Hamlin and Larson. Only Larson didn't pass Hamlin.
Exactly.
And that was on the last lap. But that's what it reminds me of. So, yeah, but it's crazy that that's Larson's 30th win. Like,
I know, and he's still young.
I mean, if you take out the win from this year, you know, that's, and of course his first 6 wins with Ganassi, that's like 23 wins in a 4-year span. That's what Truex did in his 4 best years. So
just ignoring the 2020 incident.
You know, I've always thought what would happen if he didn't say that. He would just stay at Ganassi until they closed, and then he would go to Trackhouse.
Yeah.
Now on to IndyCar.
Yes. So.
Cars off track and damage at the start.
Yep. There was a little bit of chaos at the start there.
Yeah, you're going to have to carry this section. I did not watch any IndyCar this weekend. I was not working during this race.
Of course you did. So, but, yeah, I saw that McLaren had their first ever 1-2 start ever in IndyCar. Pat O'Ward led from the pole, led most of the race.
McLaren is just dominating motorsport in general right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had the signal loss, which they switched over to the NASCAR race, which is kind of funny.
Anyways, Will Power made a nice charge. He started way back in 21st, and up towards late in the race, he was battling for a top 10 position there. But
McLaughlin had engine problems first couple laps.
Yeah, it was the hybrid model, whatever. So I'm not too educated on it, but I know they switched to it within the last year or so, or it might be this year. But Alex Plo and Christian Lundgaard, they had a really good battle over the last like 10 to 15 laps or so. You know, Alex Plo, he had the fresh new the soft red tires that they had, and there were multiple crossover battles, but Plo eventually got by, and then at that point he just chased down Pat O'Ward, who was basically a sitting duck with the regular hard tires, and then, you know, it was like an 11-second gap, and Plo passed him within like 5 laps, and then just drove on to win. So Pat O'Ward led 51 of the 65 laps, but it was all for naught. And Alex Plo took his second straight win to start off the year.
NHRA, Arizona National News.
Ron Capps winning the #TooFastTooTasty challenge with his funny car. His car exploded, which seeing interviews about.
He previously had an explosion with his car at Seattle last year, but his car went about halfway down the drag strip, and then it exploded, which it then careened into the inside wall.
Yeah.
And then,
luckily, he's okay.
And then Sean Langdon won his second straight Arizona Nationals in Top Fuel. Paul Lee got his first win ever in a funny car. He's like the 96th different winner in funny car. And then Greg Anderson also won his second straight at Arizona, but it was funny because Dallas Glenn, he went red, he jumped the start, and then Greg Anderson car, he took off, and then like 10 feet down the strip, it just died. It just died. but he won because of the DQ. So
Formula One.
time for Zach's little F1 segment over here.
Alright, so first of all, first race of the season we have, I think it was Hamilton, Leclerc, someone else. All three got disqualified. Leclerc, Hamilton, and Gasly. Leclerc and Gasly, they were both disqualified for, I believe, being underweight. Hamilton, kind of same issue, just his skid plate was too worn down. The team made not enough calculations. Then we have Yuki Tsunoda being switched into Red Bull full-time, switching out Liam Lawson. He has hard feelings about, understandably. And Valtteri Bottas possibly making a comeback with McLaren, which, as we know, was Hamilton's original team. Just kind of surprising he's not going back to Mercedes. And that's all for F1.
All right, looking ahead, Casey returns for his 490th career start.
Yeah.
After
With
what?
Martinsville.
7 years? 7 years without being in the Cup Series?
2019.
Oh.
I think it was the 500. But
Oh, yeah, he did run it up for the 500,
Yeah.
right?
At Martinsville with the Garage 66, NBM Motorsports, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's the same thing. But we got Martinsville next week, and then we got NHRA once again, this time at the Winternationals in Pomona in California. So IndyCar is off for about 3 weeks until like mid-April when they go to Laguna Seca.
Casual IndyCar hosting one race a month.
Yeah. And that's really a big issue that a lot of IndyCar fans have is like the first 4 races of the year, they're all spaced out by, like 3 weeks each.
Which I can understand why they get mad. 'Cause, I mean, that would suck, waiting 3 weeks for you to watch one race and then another 3 weeks.
Waiting 3 weeks just to run another road course.
Yeah, that would suck, to be honest,
But
from what I can tell.
Go to whstoday.com. We have a bunch of brand new stories that we just got posted.
I posted them actually.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Bunch of great writers,
Including yourself.
including myself. I put one on about drum corps, if any of you are interested in that.
And you were talking about launching a Drum Corps International podcast potentially.
Yeah. Which that's still in the works, but hopefully soon.
Make sure you also check out at Throttle to the Floor podcast on Instagram, and also the Spotify account Throttle to the Floor podcast, where this episode and the first 3 episodes will be published. And hopefully we'll be back here next week talking about Martinsville and
Hopefully,
the
quote
Winternationals.
unquote.
Hopefully, quote unquote.
I'm sure we will.
That's all we got today. So thank you all for listening to today's episode of the Throttle to the Floor podcast. Thank you for Evan Sager, my co-host,
I'm actually here today.
and Zach Smith once again for showing up.
Oh, have a good day.